Hello everyone, my name is Naman Batra and today we'll be uncovering a shocking reality, which is the taxation burden in India that is increasing, yet the development against it for the essential public services like free healthcare infrastructure remains comparatively low. So, despite the taxpayers contributing significant portion of their income, the profits that they get or the benefits that they are seeking seems disproportionately low compared to the global standards. So, first we'll be talking about the soaring tax burden. India's tax to GDP ratio stood at 11.7%, which is the highest in last 23 years, and the direct tax collection surged over 20%, which was fueled by high personal tax incomes. And the GST contributed around 33 to 35% of the total revenue, and the collections hit around 1.6 lakh crore rupees monthly. Apart from that, if we talk about the top 10% of the earners, they pay nearly 80% of the personal income tax, yet the corporate rates have been slashed from 30 to 22%. So think about an individual who's been working in a corporate is paying a 30 to 40% tax as compared to the corporate itself paying a 22% tax. So that's the taxation policies for you. Apart from that, the fuel tax. India has the highest fuel taxes in the world. The excise duty on petrol and diesel has more than doubled since 2014, and rupees 4 lakh was collected from the fuel taxes alone in 2022. So where is this money going? Despite the record-breaking tax collection, the public services remain underfunded. India's healthcare spending is just 2.1% of the GDP, one of the lowest among major economies. Government hospitals are overcrowded. Any government hospital you visit, there is overcrowdedness, and apart from that, there is also shortage of specialists, shortage of equipment. So apart from that, if we talk about education, the government spending is around 2.9% of the GDP, which is far below the average of 6% globally. And the BJP government also promised that we'll be raising the GDP contribution towards education from 6% to 8%. Rather, they lowered it to 2.9%. So apart from that, if we talk about the infrastructural gaps, 10 lakh crore capital investment on road and rail projects face massive display delays, and the railway safety remains a concern despite the higher ticket prices, and the metro expansion projects in multiple metro cities have been at a very slow pace. Now, comparing this with the Scandinavian countries, the tax to GDP ratio of they have a tax to GDP ratio of 40 to 45%, but they provide free healthcare, free education, and world-class public services. In India, we pay around 30 to 35, still we get minimal returns. So what needs to be done? What needs to be changed? So number one would be to introduce more transparency. Use clear public accounts for tax utilization instead of vague budgetary allocations. You should have a proper revenue streams, proper cost streams, which can be fact checked against each other. Apart from that, there should be tax reform, reducing fuel and GST on different daily essentials. Apart from that, 5-6% of GDP must be contributed to healthcare, and the infrastructurally, someone should be accountable that the projects are being execution faster and the proper tracking of funds is done to prevent the waste as well. So, in conclusion, the Indian taxpayer is getting burdened more and more day by day with the rising taxation, yet essential services remain subpar. So, it is time for better governance, better transparency, better use of public funds so that we as a nation can progress when people pay more. But we cannot develop if people pay more but receive less. So, thank you.